Hello everyone.
Hello guys, welcome to Pitching Inline. In this video, we're going to do post-match analysis of India versus Pakistan, and Pakistan have finally defeated India in the World Cups in T20 World Cup, and what a way to win this match. They absolutely thrashed and battered India, and they beat by 10 wickets, and that's a huge margin. Any team, if it's winning by 10 wickets against a team like India, it's a big win for Pakistan and a huge defeat for India. And also the way they won, because you hardly, I think 80, not even 85, I think 90% of the match was dominated by Pakistan. I don't think so there was any point of time where India were dominating the match. Probably it was on the balance. So what do you what is your response on the performances of both the teams?
From India's perspective, it's a forgettable match. That's what I'll say. And going forward to the tournament, India must get this thing out of their system as soon as possible and move ahead. As far as Pakistan is concerned, I think they really deserve this victory. They, as you rightly said, they dominated us like throughout the whole game. Right from winning the toss and putting India into bat. And if you remove Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul early, then pretty much and power play. If you remove it 3 wickets, any team batting first will 9 out of 10 times lose that match. And after that, Pakistan never really gave away that momentum. 150 wasn't, I won't say that was a bad total given the start India got, but at this point of time where pitch was not too bad to bat on and there was dew also, so 150 was never going to be easy, I mean easy to defend. But the way Pakistan chases, that's what amazes me. And credits to Babar Azam and Rizwan, the way they played. And that's all.
Yes, and also the body language of the Pakistani players for today, they have been very confident, very busy. You could see that energy in the field. All the players were running after the balls, and which was clearly lacking on the Indian side. I mean, in between, when Pakistan were chasing, you could literally see Rizwan and Babar Azam are hitting direct to the fielders in the 30-yard circle. They're hitting it to him, and they're running, taking singles. I mean, okay, we'll decode the match chronologically. So we'll start with India's batting. Okay, and see India in the crucial matches in the ICC tournaments. This has been the problem. Left arm pacer picking up wickets, and most importantly, the top order failing all the time in the big matches. And do you think it's a cause of concern that it is repeating? I mean, it is okay that if it happens once, it has happened in 2017. Okay, chalo, 2019 again it happened. Again now. What do you say? Because it was pretty evident. I think everybody in the stadium, I think every cricket fan, probably everybody knew for Rohit Sharma that he is going to get a delivery which is going to swing in.
Yeah,
it's pretty much clear. Everybody knew it, and we also knew with the pace that Shaheen Afridi has, there's a very good chance that he is going to try for a yorker to surprise the batsman, and he exactly did the same. So, like, is it? Where do you think is the problem? And it's the same batsman again. He was the same batsman 3 times.
It's a big matter of big concern. And see, a team, their prime batsman, opening batsman, it's having this kind of a weakness. When at a moment when you get too much of predictability, that if you bowl a in swinging yorker, if you give an in swinging delivery to that to Rohit Sharma, 9 out of 10 times he will be dismissed. We have seen this. Trent Bolt was troubling him during the 2019 World Cup. Even against Pakistan's recent encounters in Champions Trophy, Mohammad Amir was the one. And today we saw Shaheen Afridi. I think there hasn't been much of a difference in Rohit Sharma's approach towards the left-arm seamers. I don't know. When I've noticed this thing that when he plays for Mumbai Indians, he has plenty of left-armers in his team, but I don't know, somehow he never you know eases past that that my mental block. I don't know. It's very hard to understand. It's fair to say
Yes.
that that openers, they got good deliveries. Both Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul, they got really good deliveries, and you could never do anything once you were two down for that much, and
I
recovering
mean,
from
yes.
that, it was not
Yeah, I
going.
mean, Shaheen Shah Afridi gave Pakistan the perfect start. I mean, I wouldn't say for Rohit Sharma it was a top class delivery, honestly speaking, because that was expected. For KL, it was an amazing delivery. It was an amazing delivery. The ball pitched around off stump and it hit the middle stump, uh, top of middle stump. That's a dream delivery for any left arm pacer. But for Rohit Sharma, it was expected. It was everybody in the stadium knows that, and him of all the people would have definitely known it. And the position that he got himself in, yeah, I mean, I'll give credit to Shahan Shah Afridi, but it wasn't like a cocker of a delivery. You knew it. You knew that is what he's going to bowl. So you need to be ready, being an international player, experienced international player. But again, Pakistan, they dominated the players. They bowled beautifully. They didn't give Indian players any with any loose balls in the first 6 overs. I think that is where they won the match. They scored only 36 and lost 3 wickets. Losing 3 wickets, that it is difficult for any team. What could have Indian players could have done in the power play? Do you think they went off into the shell, or what do you think? What differently could have Indian batsmen have done?
I don't know, man. Seriously, it's a very difficult thing to explain, because when you saw Surya Kumar Yadav when he walked in, of course he played some shots. He tried to release some pressure of Virat from the other end, but and also, and disappointingly, yeah, although that was a good catch from Rizwan behind the stumps, but you were never expected to chase that delivery which was going way outside out, and especially in
I
that
think the
situation.
footwork wasn't present. He just
Yes,
threw the bat.
yes, especially when you were in that precarious situation, when you lost your openers, you are
Mhm.
walking at four, then you had to play more responsibly. You were hitting the ball well. It's not like he was not timing it. He was really, he hit that six. That he was
Mhm.
looking, that he was there. He was playing. If he sticks around, he would have played well. But that was an unnecessary shot. And even if you see with Rishabh Pant, he was playing well. Then he just took on Shadab Khan unnecessarily. He played one two shot many. That again costed his wicket. Then Jadeja couldn't really get going, and there is Hardik Pandya, where we have to debate a lot about his place in this level.
Yes, definitely. And Afridi has been good. He has been pick of the bowlers. Harish Shroff has been amazing. When he didn't give any runs, he was bowling at 148, 149 clicks. He was bowling yorkers, wide yorkers, slow ones. I mean, he was pick of the bowlers. Like even at the death end, when they got runs of Hassan Ali, and when they were trying to get rid of Harish Shroff, it wasn't happening. So I think he was another standard bowler. Shadab Khan has been amazing. I think he bowled very crucial overs. When the pressure was required, even Mohammad Hafiz, they're not your main bowlers. They're not your strike bowlers. They are called as support bowlers. When you have your support bowlers coming and bowling you tight overs, not one each, but two overs each. Uh, I mean, they have definitely done their homework way better. But we have to talk about one person. In all this chaos, there was one person who has stood himself really tall, and he has showed the world why he is the world's best batsman. There's no debate that even Rohit Sharma comes close to it after these kind of innings. We have seen him playing these kind of innings in the past. That is Virat Kohli. It was pleasing to watch, but tell me, even the tactics that he has taken up, the ball was swinging in. So he was standing way out of the crease. He was coming down the pitch. He was trying to disrupt the bowler's momentum. And even the way he smashed Shaheen Shah
Fine,
Afridi. I think that he
State.
showed who's the king over there. He showed that is the audacity. That is, that is what the kings do. That is what the alpha people do. He literally set the foot down and is like, "You might be bowling well. You're a good bowler, but I'm not going to back down. Not even a bit. You're bowling well, but still I'll create some chances and I'll still smash you." So that was a good. What is a good message to give it to the opposition, but it failed from the rest of the batsmen to support him. I think I felt Rishabh Pant did well. Like you mentioned, you rightly mentioned. I think around that time he already missed 3 shots. He couldn't. He was playing the same shot and he wasn't able to connect it, and he still went for it. But the major topic over here is we have to talk about Jadeja. Jadeja came in when it was 12 overs, and Kohli is trying his best to score runs. Don't you think it would have been much more reasonable if Jadeja tried to play a few shots, because he played like 11 balls for 9 runs or 8 runs. He was not even trying to hit fours or play through the gaps. He was only playing down and trying to take a single. Do you think that was the phase where he should have actually taken some pressure out of Kohli, given that Pandya is still yet to come?
Yes, definitely. Because you know, you needed support. Whatever we said, right? 150 was never going to be easy. When Kohli was playing well, it wasn't always meant to be Kohli to, get you to 170 in this, in these conditions. You needed one support. You need at least one batsman to stand with you and then play his own shots, which can ease pressure of him. That's what we saw in RCB, right? In IPL. Maxwell used to do the same thing. Kohli was the one who was just maneuvering the strike. He will take the odd ball single. He will hit the boundaries, and Maxwell will do that hitting job. But Jadeja's role in the team is, he comes at that situation where he has to play his shots. If you feel that okay, fine, it's not every day. It's not a Sunday that every day you can't connect the ball. Fine. If you are feeling that you're not able to connect, then just try to hit a few shots. If it gets out for a six, it's fine. Otherwise, you can get out and next batsman will walk in. Just staying there, keeping the crease occupied, not scoring runs, it puts the pressure on the batsman batting at the other end. And I mean Hardik Pandya, man, I don't know why he is playing in this 11. I don't know. I'm not able to understand his role in this 11. He's not batting well. He's not bowling also. Even before the match started, there was an interview on the sidelines with him that very openly told that I'm not going to bowl today. If this is the
Yeah,
approach of your all-rounder, prime all-rounder, then I don't know. I'm sorry, you don't deserve that place in that level.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I mean, especially before the match, I think it's important that you keep your cards close to your heart. And as we have seen, I mean, we'll come to India's bowling also, but India's bowling actually needed 6 bowler today.
Yeah, there was a lot of dew today. There was a lot of dew where you saw bowlers were finding it very difficult to grip the ball. Yeah.
So certainly, I think even Pandya, I think it has given us something, is that Virat Kohli has done the same mistake even in WTC final as well, going with the proven players. I agree, going with the experience, but also it's important to notice that who is in form. You had Bhuvi. Bhuvi looked, he didn't look threatening at all. He was bowling around 120s, 130s with an odd ball going over 130s. He was bowling at 122. That was his average speed. We know he's clearly suffering from some kind of rhythm. And you have Mohammad Shami. We knew Mohammad Shami, he would be expensive. Probably 1-2 hours he could, probably he can take wickets, but that didn't happen today. Bumrah was well. He was bowling well, but he didn't get any support from the other end. Varun Chakravarti, I think, he has the talent, but he's still, I don't know. His experience has showed. His inexperience was quite visible. Jadeja, yeah, I think, I mean, the bowling, man. I mean, the thing is, you can't fault the batsman much right now. Yeah, we could talk, probably 150 is less. They could have scored 170, 180, etc. I'm all in for it. But here, Pakistan chased up very easily. They chased 150, without even giving a single chance. There wasn't a single drop catch. There wasn't a single miss hit. There wasn't even half chances provided. they just cruised along. It never looked like, they were under pressure. And I felt that there was a moment of time after 12 overs where I thought India could have made a match out of it, but Varun Chakravarti gave 16 runs and then Jadeja came and gave 12 or 13 runs. Then it was done. Where do you think the bowling failed? I mean, it's miserable. I know conditions due was present, but come on, man. You're playing a World Cup. You're an international team. You have been doing so well for the past 2-3 years, and you were playing in IPL in the same conditions, and still not even able to pick up a wicket. I mean, this is pretty, humbling defeat because they just cruised along.
I think there wasn't a rhythm, especially our main bowlers, Bhuvi, who looked totally out of rhythm. We were talking about him, even in the IPL also, he was looking very jaded. And the warm-up match against England, he considered around what 50 runs in that match. So I don't know, man. See, it's not about the reputation, as you rightly said. It's about playing the right players. It's about playing the players who are in form. And that's why I will take you again to IPL. That's why CSK won this tournament. Come on. See, and they never went for players who are reputed. They went for players who are purely in form. They wanted experience, but at the same time, who are in form. Like, every day, you can't just keep on playing that. No, man, he will be winning us matches. He can win us matches. He has a capacity is not enough. You have to be in form to win that match. That is what is happening with Hardik Pandya. He carries the reputation, but I don't know how many matches has he won for India. I mean, it's all about execution. That's not working. And when you concede first over 10 runs, to Pakistan, to the opposition who was chasing just 150 runs, then momentum is with them. You can't do much after that.
Yes, definitely. I completely agree. And now we'll talk about Babar Azam and Rizwan. I mean, as much as how much you can criticize India's bowling, but you can't give them enough credit the way they have played.
Yeah.
They were exceptional. I've already mentioned they hardly gave you a chance. They weren't even half chances. They took calculative risks. And the way they were running, the conditions weren't easy. They played very less number of dot balls. They would keep on taking singles. There was never a point of time where they were under pressure. I actually felt after 12th over, probably if India had picked up a wicket, or even those 2 hours, had they actually not considered less than 12 runs, then probably match would have been in a different scenario. But they were amazing, man. Few words about them, even the strokes that they have played.
I mean, that was really real. If you watch it as a neutral, I think you will really enjoy that batting exhibition. What they can do. Both of them has been really successful. Whenever the moment they have started opening for Pakistan, they have been exceptional. Mohammad Rizwan, the way he has come back, there was a point where Mohammad Rizwan couldn't even feature in that Pakistan 11, and now he is coming and opening for his nation in the World Cup. So that's his growth. He has a lot of experience. He's that chirpy character. He always is willing to contribute to the team's success, and that shows in the way he plays. And Babar Azam, I think. You just can't stop raving about his batsmanship, the way he plays, the classy player he is. And I think it was an ideal situation for somebody like him. He had to just play out. He just they had the perfect plan. Rizwan will go after the bowlers and Babar Azam will play accordingly, and that's what they
And
did.
also, I'll just add one thing, and you can continue it. He gave a statement that we're going to win this match.
Yeah, he told it.
He said, hands down, history is history. I don't care. We're going to win this match.
True.
Anybody can say dialogues,
Yeah.
but he has shown it.
Yeah.
And you could see the way he has batted. You could see it in his eyes. And even when they were cruising,
Yeah.
I mean, you knew the match was done with more than 5-6 overs to go. But still, they didn't get complacent. They still finished as a match, and they thrashed India with 13 balls to spare.
Yes, for sure.
Thrash of India with 10 wickets win. It will be a huge boost for the net run rate, and they have actually given themselves a really good chance of qualifying. And before ending up the video, I just want to ask you about the captaincies. How was the captaincy of Babar Azam and Virat Kohli?
I think Babar knew what he was having with in his armory, and the way he has rotated his bowlers, and he had the plan. We saw, they wanted to attack the openers. They took the wickets, and he just then brought in Shadab Khan and Mohammad Hafiz to choke in that run flow. I think he played his cards smartly. He rotated his bowlers really well, and he led the batting. He led the chase from the front. I think captaincy. I think he has done a real good job, and he has managed to win a match against India for Pakistan, and that too with this margin. I think you really have to give it to him the way he has captain Virat Kohli. Uh, I mean, he played his, he played a good knock. He played under pressure. It was, as you rightly
Yeah,
pointed out. Yeah, I
as
mean,
a captain, as
he
a
got
batsman, I think nobody can even point a finger on him. But as a captain, do you think he could have set his fields differently? Because I forgot to actually mention it was Pakistan's fielding. That was exceptional. We hardly were getting boundaries. If you actually see, both Rizwan and Baba, I think they scored 12 fours, whereas India have scored 11 fours. And they have hit 6 sixes and we have hit 4 sixes. And the fielding has been amazing of Pakistan. And where do you think? I think India's field placements, do you think they could have done it much better?
yes, and I don't know. I actually felt that they never really attacked the Pakistani openers. You had to dry up some runs because see, Babar and Rizwan are the kind of players who are not I mean, who are not like England's opener, like what do you say, Butler and Jason Roy, who will just go bonkers. They will take their own sweet time to get settled. And if you choke them in upfront, if you don't let them off the hook, they will give you some opportunity. But I don't know, even first over itself, when the 10 runs was conceded, field placement was really, I don't know, it was not, I don't know. uh,
Yeah, you can't completely even blame Virat Kohli, man. If you ask me honestly, because I was watching in power play, there's a packed offside field,
yeah.
and bowlers were bowling on the leg side. What do you expect? That's
And even in the last
man.
man, when we last the Shami bowled that over, right? He was bowling full tosses. He was bowling base type full tosses. This is not
Very
the
sharp.
approach which you expect from a top bowler like Mohammad Shami. And I think the bowling needs a lot of rework, man. There is no X factor looking visible for us as of now currently for India. I think there needs to be induction of Shardul Thakur. I don't know for
Mm.
whose expense. We will talk that further, but I think bowling attack needs a variety. It looks too one-dimensional.
Yeah, completely agree. And there'll be a lot of thought process for India, and they have 1 week time. It could either go either way. Sometimes 1 week time is a lot of time, and you think a lot and make some mistakes. But also you have a lot of time to work on yourself. And they're gonna play a big team, New Zealand. They have to win against New Zealand. If they don't win it, it is going to be tough. And credit for Pakistan, they have played amazingly well, and they were deserving winners. There's no doubt about it. So that's it, guys. From us, we'll meet you in other videos. Tata, bye bye, see you.
Bye.